The internet savior, what up? Let me see something. Uh-oh. Hey, do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat because I'm not I ain't got my microphone hooked up and I'm running through another mic. I'm actually just going straight through the computer. Saswana, what's going on, man? What's happening? Huh? What's good? Trav P, what up? What up? What up? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Just say yay. Trav P, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. SOS Rio, what's happening? Y'all can hear me? Perfect. Cool, man. Do me a favor, everybody, click the thumbs up button real fast. Like every single body, thumbs up, so we can kind of get this party started on time a little bit. Happy 2022 to you, man. Nadira, what's going on? Happy 2022 to you. I ain't been on this thing in all 2022. This is my first time in 2022. And it's literally 4 months. Man, Natural Wild Boo, what up? What's happening? What's going on? Ready to learn? Shit, man, we gonna go in today. We gonna learn today. That's what's happening. We're gonna learn today. But yeah, everybody click the thumbs up button for me. Raymond L. Islam, what's happening? What's going on? But everybody click the thumbs up button for me, man. Share with a friend. I'm gonna get into a case study to prove my point, which is we're gonna revisit. I had Dolph up, but I think I switched it. Did I switch it? No, I did use Dolph. I went to Nipsey. I switched it from Nipsey to Dolph. Yeah. But yeah, thumbs up button. We're gonna get started in a few minutes. A few minutes. You know what I mean? Where my man Mike P at, man? I need some Mike P music. A happy 2022 to everybody. Thought I hit the same button on that. So man, what y'all been up to, man? Talk to me real fast. We do a little pre-show. Talk to me. What y'all been up to? Let me come over here on the YouTube side. Lisa L. I know that ain't my Phoenix Sun dance, Lisa L. I was thinking about you today because I got a transmission that deals with Emerald Mound, and every time I think about that place, I'm like, nah, I see her make the rain come down every single time. I think there's a continuation of something that needs to be done. And you're very much part of that. Phoenix Sundance. What's happening? What's going on? You got your CDL. Congratulations. And my son got his CDLs. But look, the CDL thing, man, what you gonna do? You going over the road, or you doing a dedicated account, or you doing hot shotting? One of my partners, Z, she's looking for a hot shot driver and whatnot. You know what I mean? And so, number 19 up in here, man. Let's go, man. Everybody click the thumbs up button for me, please. That's all I ask, that you click the thumbs up button. I can go a little further and ask that you share it on your social media page or something like that. You know what I mean? It is 8:01. I like to start on time. It's just the nature of how I like to get down. Yeah, we get started at 8:05. We get the party started at 8:05. Sanchia Divine, what's going on? What's that Swana? So what you gonna do, man? You driving over the road? You doing this dedicated thing? Home on weekends. They making some decent money, man. JB Hunt got some Amazon dedicated accounts that's making some real good money. Non-touch freight. And then of course touch freight, making some money, but you gotta unload them Dollar General, Dollar Tree stores with USA Trucking and Cisco that they deliver food products to a lot of restaurants and anything in industrial and commercial that serve food. You know what I mean? It's touch freight, but they make some good money. Cats making like 100 bands a year. I'm like, I gotta get out of real estate. I gotta go get me a CDL. What the hell? Might be a balance. All right. Dedicated. That's what's up, man. That's good. Congratulations, man. That's dope. A girl trucker out there getting it in. There's some women that got some Instagrams that's out there that's doing it pretty good, man. Today's choice is blackberry. Don't ask me about who, I forget. Dump trucks, okay. Blue Lotus, pull up in the Lotus. What's up, Blue Lotus? What's going on? Hey, I'm happy to see you too. What's going on? Gonna get started in 2 minutes, man. Do me a favor, everybody, click the thumbs up button for me, please. We gotta get this party started. Click the thumbs up button for me. Thumbs up, and if you'd be so nice if you can share it on your page or something, a quick tweet, Facebook, wherever you may be at. All right, man, we get started in 2 minutes at 8:05, 1 minute left. Let me come over here to the YouTube side, man. It's a little bit faster. Let me pull my PowerPoint up. Let's see where we gonna get started at. Oh, we ain't gonna even start on the PowerPoint. We're actually gonna start on the celestial aspect of the sky. Right? That's how we're gonna start this party. And let me just switch something real fast before I share my screen with y'all. Bam, bam. Let me minimize that. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. 30 people in here. Come on, man. Click the thumbs up button so we can double up. All right, so listen up real fast, man. First of all, happy Easter to you. Um, thank you for coming and spending time with me. You could be doing any other thing for real, for real. So I sincerely appreciate that. Let me give a disclaimer and take a page out of my counselors. I call her my official counselor in a sense. Love Dorsey's playbook, and that is, I may say curse words. I am not holier than thou. I say cuss words. And if you don't like curse words and that's not your thing, then you can go ahead and exit off the page. I may say damn, I may say fuck, I may say pussy. In fact, I know I'm going to say pussy because the title mentions pussy. So if you scared of pussy, you don't like the word pussy, bye bye. Now is your time to go ahead and get ghost. All right. Because I'm just not that conservative. I'm just not. All right. And my message is for it's for my street niggas. And that don't necessarily mean black. All right. So let me be clear on that. It's for who it vibrates with. And it just is what it is, man. All right. So again, this is your warning. If you do not like curse words, okay, that bothers you, please go ahead and get off the page. This conversation is not for you. Okay. All right. David Vega, what up? Right. All right. So today's conversation is about the cosmic origins of Easter. It always brings me out. I've done it before. It's probably a video on this channel that I did last year that talks about the cosmic origins of Easter. If you're brand new to this information, maybe you've never seen it, never heard it before, it's a perfect opportunity for you and we can get you caught up. Okay. The second part of this is um, because in dealing with Easter, you're dealing with the Easter egg, and I want to tap into the feminine energy. Ladies, it goes both ways. It's just not the feminine energy, but it's the energy of relationships. However, I would like to, I think it's a pretty safe assessment to say that men tend to get in more trouble, whether it be violent deaths, whether it be incarceration, more than women. Um, so therefore, I'm using the vessel of the feminine energy, and I'll back that up cosmically on how that serves as a um, fountain of life for both of us when we're in a relationship with one another. Okay. And so we're going to talk about that. All right. I often say I wish, man, I wish I can do comedy. I just wish I could write it and whatnot. Because I'm just gonna say it, man. I said the pussy egg protects men, right? And I've always said that if God gave me a choice and he was like, hey nigga, you can come over here to heaven and live eternal life in this bliss, and it's so good you don't even need sex, nigga. It's just so joyous over here. Or you can have eternal life with your pussy that you like, that you want. I think I'm going to choose my pussy, to be honest with you. Because I don't know, ladies, if it feels the same way, and I assume it do because y'all like it, but I don't know if it feels as good to y'all as it do to us. But that is some other shit right there. It's next level, is other, and the feeling of that, I can't see how something supersedes that. And if I got to heaven and I was thinking about some pussy and I can't because I'm in heaven, I'm gonna want a refund. That's it. Send me back, man. So for me personally, okay, that is the heaven. All right. All right. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit. All right. Imagination Guru, Minister Jew, what up? In fact, Minister Jew got a thing coming up tomorrow, real fast. And he'll talk about it. In fact, I need to shoot him a link. In fact, you know how to sign in and get the link and shit. So let me give y'all Easter real fast, all right? From the cosmic aspect of looking out into the solar system and understanding on one level, these cats were observing cosmic phenomenon. Okay, right? So one thing we know, I'm gonna share my screen. We can just do it in real time. All right, let me see something. Share screen. All right, you should be able to see my screen. All right. So one thing we know is there is something that is called the what is it? Pascal, maybe spelling it wrong. There it is right here. The Pascal full moon. Okay. And it is the first full moon after March 21st, which is the vernal or the spring equinox, the 0 point reference in your reality. Now, let me show you something real fast, okay? Let me hide this for a second and enlarge this. We're going to go to 321, just about. And I want you to notice how over here where it says raw deck, right angle ascension declination, 0 hours. Also, I want you to pay attention to the ecliptic longitude and understand that it is plus 0 degrees. So on 321, the sun, what we call the first day of spring, is at the celestial equator. And this marks the 0 point reference in which we're about to circumscribe your 360-degree reality that you call 365 days in a year going in a circle. Okay? So we have to first wait till this day occurs, because on this day, let me bring it up to around 12 noon so it can stay in the middle. Okay, so on this day, you see the sun is at the celestial equator. It's kind of like if we walked off the planet Earth, we'd be on this particular plane. Well, if we go back 1 month, the sun is below it in February. We go back another month in January, the sun is below. Back to the lowest point that we're going to get to in December, the sun is at its lowest peak. So again, when we go up to March, we're at the equator. So now what starts to happen is we get ready to enter a period where we about to start celebrating Passover. But what is passing over what? So Passover, as we get to start to go up in days, the sun is passing over the celestial equator. Hence, the sun has risen again, is what they're telling you, or the birthday. Okay, but it's really talking about the sun on the celestial equator at this particular point. Now, this is the first thing. The second thing is now we must wait for the first full moon to occur, right? So let me minimize this, right? And that full moon was just yesterday, okay? So if we look at let me see, Pascal full moon, also known as the egg moon. It was yesterday, April 16th, right? Let's see, in 2021. Okay. So it was April full moon. I gotta find that one in a sense. All right. But let me show you something real fast. So go back to 2022. All right. So the Pascal full moon was April 16th, 2022. Right. So which was yesterday. So if you look at a full moon, right, what's going to happen is you will not see the sun and the moon. Basically, when the sun goes in the western sky and starts to set, so like say we're in Philadelphia, right? I guarantee you over here in the east, the full moon is about to come up. Okay. So hold on, that was 17. Okay. All right, so the 16th, right? That was the day of the full moon. So as the sun started to bring the sun back up in the western portion of the sky over here, sun go down. Then let's look at the eastern portion. What happens? The moon comes up. So there's a full moon that occurs. So this is the first full moon after the equinox. That following Sunday, which happens to be today, right? Because the full moon was yesterday. That following Sunday is Easter. Now, the unique thing about the sun and the moon, ladies and gentlemen, is the sun will represent the conscious masculine self, right? And the moon will represent the feminine subconscious self. Both of these energies, let me just minimize this so I can see your beautiful faces. Hold on, right? All right. Just throws me off. All right. So both of these energies are actually intertwined inside of man, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, which is personified. It can be personified as gender, masculine Apollo, the sun is masculine energy. But every woman has a sun sign, and every woman has a father. Every man has a mother, and these things are intertwined within us as conscious and subconscious mind. But when you look at the observation of what's happening is on the equinox, day and nighttime is even. That's conscious mind, father, daytime, and feminine energy, nighttime, subconscious as well. So day and night is even. And then on the full moon, the moon and the sun are directly opposite each other, 180 degrees in a balanced state, representing the lower heavens in a sense of light and darkness being balanced once again. You understand what I'm saying? So this is some powerful cosmic thing. This is why Easter changes every year, because every August 16th, April 16th rather, is not a full moon. For it to be a full moon on April the 16th again, that's going to take place in approximately 19 years. Every 19 years, the same moon is on the same day in the same phase. So every year that changes. That's why Easter sometime may have been in March. Easter could have been in April. You see what I'm saying? It always changes because they're studying the feminine component of the moon, which tells you a lot, which means you have to get inside of this feminine force, or what's known as, again, the subconscious mind, where the automatic processes in your brain is taking place. Very important to understand that. All right. Siglet sexy, what's happening? All right. Very important for that. Okay. And so now they're following the full moon. I have showed before and I'll share it again, because anytime that you're dealing with the church, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the Catholic boys, and they the coldest when it comes to Christianity. I don't give a damn what you tell me. But there's something known as the Vatican Observatory in Arizona. I've shown this. Okay, there it is right there. They're out in the mountains studying stars, moons, quasars, dark holes, and everything. Okay, and then got a beautiful mission statement too. You know, let's see here. Let me see if I can find that mission statement of theirs. Who are we? Maybe I can find their mission statement. Anyway, they obviously they're marrying, and it's like old as hell, but um they're marrying spirituality and, or what they would call religion in a sense, the church, with science. And they changed it because it used to be on here. But nevertheless, anyway, you have a Vatican observatory. Okay. So let me come back to you. So as they're studying this cosmic phenomenon, right? Um, the native, so-called Native Americans named the moons. This full moon that just happened was called the egg moon. Okay, interesting, because now you're dealing with Easter eggs, and bunnies don't lay eggs. And so this is all about fertility, because it seems to appear that nature is coming back alive. The spring, the flowers are blooming and things of that nature. So this has everything to do with fertility. But if you're dealing with the egg, then you have to deal with the feminine energy. And the only way that you're going to get to that egg is through the vaginal canal. Okay? So y'all ready? All right. All right. So let me share my screen again real fast. This is gonna be quick, man. This ain't really hard stuff. All right. All right. So I want you to pay attention to electricity. Okay, that's what a mystery is. Jesus was the light of the world. The Masons study the light, and and all these reference to light, right? When you hook up the new dryers and ovens, they got 4 wires to them. The black and red wire are 2 hot wires, ladies and gentlemen. And the green is the ground and the white is neutral. Okay. And so now they're coming with 4 holes, which is interesting because I'm going to show you what they're really talking about. You got the ground wire, the 2 hot wires, and a neutral wire. And neutral is not neutral as in no charge. Neutral really carries the hot energy back to its source because electricity, one, travels the path of least resistance and then always tries to return to its source. So the neutral wire, if for one, let's say you got one hot wire that's throwing off, 15 amps and the other one is throwing off 10, but it's supposed to throw off 15, that means that 5 net loss is coming back through the neutral wire and going back to its source. So the neutral wire is really a hot wire carrier in a sense. It's a trader. I'm going to talk about this, how this manifests in our reality, okay? Women, give you a heads up, you have to be green. You have to be the grounding factor, okay? I'm going to show you something else real fast, all right? So energy is coming from the transformer, and I just want you to note in this diagram what's happening is the hot wire leaving the transformer going into, let's just say, the hot to ground fault. Notice that the neutral wire is going to the same place and also originating from the transformer. That's what I'm telling you. The neutral is not neutral as in don't do nothing. Zero. That's not what it do. It will carry hot live energy back to the source. Okay? So we got 4 players here. You ready to know who they are? Hot 1 is a planet. Hot 2 is you. Neutral is your opposition. And ground is your lover. The problem that we're really having is ground is becoming neutral. Ground is becoming goddamn ops. So I'm going to say it again. Because you seen the diagram earlier right here. When we go to the 4-wire hookup on the right-hand side, the ground wire, 2 hot wires, and a neutral wire. Okay? That is a planet. Oh, we're going to get into it because Mars is hot. Then it's you. Then it's your ops, known as the person who shows up in your life that is just going to give you some conflict. And then it's your lover. Okay? So let me give you an example. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. This is hip hop astrology. I like to use factors of hip hop to bring in the point. Okay? So when Dolph was born, notice that he was born with the planet Saturn in Scorpio. But on November 17th, 2021, in green, the planet Mars was in Scorpio. The planet Mercury was in Scorpio, in the same position of space where Saturn, get ready for this keyword, was. I don't think people really understand that. Was when he was born. Because see, if you look at Saturn in green all the way at the bottom of the chart right here, ladies and gentlemen, Saturn is no longer there in the sky on the day young Dolph meets his demise. Saturn is not there, it's here. But yet, I'm going to show you when these 2 planets, Mars and Mercury, get together, that can be a fatal combination along with Saturn. Okay? Y'all ready? All right. So Dolph is born 7/27, 1985. As you can see, let me just make this a little bit bigger for you. All right. As you can see, Saturn is right here. It appears to be about the fulcrum of Libra. That's what it appears to be. And I'm going to talk about this sidereal Eastern astrology thing, because in the chart it says Scorpio, but when you look in the sky, it looks like it's right here. Okay. And I've talked about this before, is because the Earth is tilted and therefore gives the illusion that the planet looks like it's back here, but it's not. It actually needs to be adjusted 23 degrees ahead. That's the difference between the two systems. Hello, the Earth is tilted on its own axis at 23 degrees. What a fucking coincidence. Duh. It's not rocket science. It's real easy. Okay. And so I'm gonna address it because I get word niggas talking shit, so I'm gonna clean them up a little bit. So Dolph is born with Saturn appears to be right here in this area of space by the fulcrum of Libra when you look out into the celestial sky. Okay. Saturn keyword I want you to pay attention to is losses and failure. And also another one is, where's decay at? But decay is a keyword for Saturn as well. Okay. It's also known as the planet of death because it rules Capricorn, and Capricorn starts the winter season and nature starts to be at its cold point. Okay. So Saturn has a death energy connected to it. All right. Now, when you look at Mars and Mercury on the day that young Dolph was shot, just pay attention. Where is it? It's in the exact same region of space. Okay. And so where Saturn was, notice Saturn's not there anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We saw that on the chart. It's not there. But these planets are here. And it is activating a wave of space that clearly trickled down and touched the physical life of Dolph. It's very important. Now look at Mercury. Mercury represents transportation, and travel. Mars represents armed service, which means guns and bloodshed. Yes? So ain't the story Dolph pulled up to Makeda's cookies and went and got him some sweets. There go his car right there. They saw his car. And this bothers me because you ain't even supposed to be parked facing forward. You need to be parked going backwards. And if your homie was in the car at the time, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna see him coming because you facing the building. You just militarily not on point. Right? But anyway, what did I tell you? I said the planet is hot number one. You're hot number two. Your ops is neutral that's carrying the hot wire. Hello. And your woman is your shield. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Okay, she's your neutral. She's your grounding force, supposed to be. Okay, so those are the four players inside of this. All right. See, what we gotta marvel at, I know I do. Let me look at you here. I know I do. What we gotta marvel at is, you mean to tell me just because a planet is back in the same position of space where another planet was, an event that mirrors the definition of these planets take place in my life? What is the transmission? The beautiful thing about this science is, well, shit, we could easily go look and tell you the next time that's going to be there or when it's on the way, because that can be measured. That's easy. So now when you know that that can be measured, then you have to do some other things, perhaps beef up security at that particular time and be on point. Because when this planet gets in this region of space, it denotes XYZ. That's easy. We can see that easy, right? But again, I'm more intrigued at the fact of another motherfucker is getting the motherfucking vibe like, oh, there go them niggas right there. Let's go pull up on them. Let's go put some work in. So now they're being under the influence of some energy that's you, because it got to always be a third party agent. It always has to be Jesus was up on the mountaintop for 40 days, and as soon as he come off, here come that nigga Satan fucking with him. It got to be somebody in the mix that come fucking with you to see if you are on your square. It has to be. But I'm amazed that because the real study is pulling up the perpetrator's chart and seeing if they have an identical thing to be able to make it make sense and put all the pieces of the puzzle together. That's where it's really at. That's one of the places where it's at. But where it's really, really at is that area of space right there. Right there. I can pinpoint this shit now. It's right there. Fuck looking at a chart. I can take it from the chart to the sky and say, bam, right there. That's the zone. Okay, we need to do some shit. I call it the cosmic eraser. All right, which is another conversation. All right. So anyway, let me share my screen real fast. All right. So all right, let me hide this. All right. So what does the feminine energy do? I think the most famous one, the most transformational story of the fucking decade, it may be of the age, was the fat Gucci to the skinny Gucci, and we all know how he got there, right? It was through his wife. It ain't no secret. We know how he got there, right? Because a home without a woman is peaceful as a motherfucker. I'm fucking with you. A home without a woman is like a barn without cattle. All right. See, if it's peaceful without you, you didn't got on my nerve. And that's natural. That can happen. Right? But we're gonna have to evolve, man. Damn. All right. Because here's the kicker, ladies. You have to be what's called a GFCI outlet. You will see these, they're supposed to be, if you got an outlet in your bathroom, by the sink, in the kitchen, by the sink, and by your washer, by electrical code, you're supposed to have these type of outlets there. Okay? Because this is a ground fault circuit interrupter. Oh, it's a bad boy. A ground fault circuit interrupter. You know what his job is to do? The red line is where the electricity is coming in. Okay? What I tell you about that neutral ain't neutral. The neutral, in a sense, is your ops. Its job is to measure. The left side of your socket hole is the neutral, and the right side of your socket hole is the actual positive. And what this GFCI outlet is doing is making sure both the positive, the right side, and the neutral, the left side, is even Steven. Because if it's not even Steven, then that means that electricity is coming from another source somehow and going back to the box. And that can create a problem. And so what it does is this GFCI interrupts the neutral and stops the shit. Ingenious. Okay? It stops it. So that's why it's called the ground, G for ground, right? So you have to interrupt this shit, ladies. You have to interrupt it, okay? And so you interrupt it. Let me see. Let me see y'all beautiful faces, man. All right. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on. All right. So, all right. So you interrupt it simply by, I'll give you an example from Keisha and Gucci again. Ain't no more hanging out to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in some studio somewhere, nigga. You come home, you got a business structure and hours that you do things. You understand what I'm saying? So now, since he's within that feminine pocket, he good. Do you know that there's studies that show that married couples live longer than single couples? Married people live longer than widows. Okay? So through the union of being together, we actually prolong life. This is a study. You can go look at these studies yourself. Just Google the shit. You'll see it. Okay, that's a fact. So the feminine energy has to come in and be that sake of peace and protection. It don't mean, and now hear me out. It don't mean that you tell me what to do, but y'all know what I'm saying. You got to be that sense of, yo, damn, I can't wait to get home because it's lovely. Not, I'm about to break out for a couple days, nigga. I gotta go. You know what I mean? Because that's dangerous. It's very dangerous. When y'all understand this space and how this thing works, every single action that we do every single day, our moods are being recorded in space. I just showed you when a planet got in the same space where Dolph had a planet, the man lost his life. That technically means the space has memory of who Dolph is. Space has memory of who you are. So the energy that you give off every single day is being recorded because it remembered who the hell you was when things got aligned. Okay, and so we got to get into this space where we know what the protection is. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how in the mythology they was getting down with this thing. What I'm about to share with you. All right. So let me go back to screen share. All right. All right, let me hide this. All right. So Psalm 72, verse 7. May righteous people blossom in his day. May there be unlimited peace until the moon no longer shines. Very interesting. Peace and the moon are together here. Okay. I don't take science. So this is a story. You're about to get into this story of Venus and Mars in the mythology. In the personification, this is J and B and Swiss and Alicia Keys. Okay, that's the personification of what this thing look like. All right, so let me read this and then we get them up out of here. All right, now check this out. This is the mythology. Okay, the story of Mars and Venus caught in a net as one of the adulterous lovers exposed by a cock-oded husband. The earliest form of the story that we have appears in book 8 of the Greek poet Homer's Odyssey, likely written in the 8th century. Okay, and the main roles in the play are the goddess Venus, an adulterous, sensual woman fond of sex and society; Mars, a good, both handsome and virile, exciting and aggressive, invoking the forger, powerful but old, twisted, lame. Okay. Now, this is what happened. Okay. The story is that the goddess Venus was married to Vulcan, god of the night and blacksmithing, and an ugly, lame old man. Mars, handsome, young, clean built, is irresistible to her, and they make passionate love in Vulcan's marriage bed. Mars is out of pocket for that shit. The god Apollo saw what they were about and told Vulcan. See, the light shined on them because Apollo is the sun. Vulcan went to forge and created a snare made of bronze chains so fine that not even the gods could see them, and he spread them across his marriage bed, draping them all over the bedpost. Then he told Venus he was leaving for out of town, right? When Venus and Mars took advantage of Vulcan's absence, they were caught in the net, unable to stir their hand or foot. The lovers get caught. Of course, Vulcan had not really left, and instead found them and shouted to Venus' father Jove, who came ushering in other gods to witness his cock-oding, including Mercury, Apollo, and Neptune. All the goddess stayed away in shame, so the women was like, they ain't even gonna look at this shit. The gods roared with laughter to see the lovers caught, and one of them, Mercury, very interesting to be this dude, makes a joke that he wouldn't mind being caught in the trap himself. Vulcan demands his dowry back from Jove, and Neptune bargains for the freedom of Mars and Venus, Neptune's ass, promising that if Mars doesn't pay the dowry back, he would pay it himself. Vulcan agrees and loosens the chain, and Venus goes off to Cyprus and Mars to Thrace. Okay? Now, hold on, where you guys at here? All right. This is so dope. This is so dope. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on, let me share my screen for a second, because I'm gonna show you how you can do this shit in real time. Show you how you can do this thing in real time. Okay? So let's look at today's, for example. All right. Let's go find Venus. Who's in the sky today? Venus is here, Mars is here, ladies and gentlemen. Because not too long ago, a couple days ago, Venus and Mars were perfectly aligned. Yes? Right? A whole month ago, they've been aligned. Okay? So what's happening is Homer is really watching planetary cycles. And now this is where it gets dope. And I would like to think anybody could do this. I would just like to think that, because we have done this. We, myself, Jude, meaning the priesthood, have done this, wrote a story, and the story materialized as what appeared to be a random external event of something that had taken place for the world to see. Okay? But we wrote a story, and when you look at this, if you know the rotations of it, Venus travels faster than Mars. So every month, Venus is going to go further to the left. See? Mars to the right. Now we in May. Venus is there. Now we in June. Venus is there. Mars is to the right. July, right? So they won't meet again until I think late 2024 and whatnot, or early 2024. And so what happens is the goddess is leaving her lover. Okay? So there's ways that you can write a story, in a sense, if you understand what you're looking at, right? And you go and you say that, the lover or the lovers came together and they were feeding the goat, and then the man had poured water. Like this is a thing. It's kind of like how, if you understand the age of procession, that you see Aries right there, the Lamb of God. You see Pisces, Jesus go see the fishermen, the two fishermen, and then he went to go see John the Baptist, the water bearer. Like that's a celestial story talking about the procession of the equinox going backwards, going from right to left. Aries, Pisces, Aquarius. That's going backwards. That's called the procession of the equinoxes. So it was the Lamb of God, the two fishermen, and then, Aquarius, John the Baptist. Okay. So you can tell a celestial story if you understand what is going on and embody. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. You have to embody those particular principles. So now that you know that in the heavens that this thing is aligned, this shows you where you need to be in alignment within your own self, in your own house, in your own relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if these things are aligned and the energy is negative, right? Because Mars do represent anger and aggression. But this is a time of passion. The mythology said, yo, these was passionate lovers that was getting it in. But the energy is funky between you right now, then you out of alignment. The telltale sign is wherever Venus was at when you were born, and Venus comes back to that same spot where it was, called a Venus return, and you're in a relationship that doesn't have harmony, because Venus represents harmony. Venus represents good taste, good fortune. I need to show y'all that, because that's the feminine energy that serves as the shield, right? All right, let me see something real fast. I ain't making it up. Marriage is on the left, right? Females, beauty, victory, even harmony is over here. Money is over here. Love the fairs too, right? Sugar and spice is over here. Pleasure is over here. See, this is all that warm stuff. This is all that good vibe. You see what I'm saying? So the woman has to embody you want to know where it's at. You want to know where it goes down at, where it goes down in the Bible, like where it goes down. We need to really make a play and a ceremony off this right here. The Song of Solomon is the shit. What? Let let him kiss me with his kisses of his mouth. Your expressions of love are better than wine, better than the fragrance of cologne. No wonder the young women love you. Take me with you. Let's run away. The king has brought me into his private rooms. What? Man, they start getting busy. Stop staring at me because I am so dark. What? That's the black woman talking to a black man. What are you talking about? What? Man, listen, they get real kinky up in this thing. My beloved is a pouch of myrrh that lies at night between my titties. What? What? Stop playing, man. The game is in right there. That's the game. See, Minister Jews say it all the time. The Bible characters and places, locations, they're all talking about states of consciousness that the individual goes through, right? So, for example, David is the nigga that went to war, hence the Psalms of David, and like David was the one that went to war. Solomon is the king of peace, so he never had a war on the record. It was wisdom and money with Solomon. So when you go to the money stage, you went to your Solomon stage. When you in your war stage, you in your David stage. When you a conspiracy motherfucker, a conspiracy nut, and you think motherfuckers out to get you and the white man and all that shit, you King Saul. You tripping because Saul was tripping. He thought motherfuckers was trying to get him and wasn't nobody even thinking about his ass, right? Because you listen to that programming shit and you think that they're trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? And so then you go through the Saul stage. You feel me? And so these are states of consciousness that you go through. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to, you want to, you know what the mission is, but you don't want to do it. I can raise my hand to that, right? Oh, then you're gonna be Jonah. Try to get away and not do the work. Okay, motherfucker, we're gonna turn the boat over on your ass and put you in the belly of a whale. You got work to do, right? And so these are states of consciousness, man. So at what point do we evolve to the Solomon state, which is your absolute most richest state that you can be in, and your woman evolve as Solomon's wife in that state with the sole intention. Intention is everything. You have to be mindful in every freaking waking moment that you have of the words that you say, the vibe that you're going to give off. You got to be careful not to complain about, how your day is going when you meet certain obstacles, because that complaint is a vibration. That vibration gives life to etheric energies. And therefore, when another planet comes back on that spot, it activates that shit and it comes back into your reality. But at what point are we going to become like the Songs of Solomon and we really get into some nice, groovy, high vibe type of shit? You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about right there. Escalate into that particular state, in my opinion. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. It ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard. You know, um, you know, people will try to dig on, oh, you celebrating Easter. And listen, man, if the holidays are, and I've done this webinar before, the holidays are in certain pockets for a reason. So if I tell you to, as long as I get you to believe, I don't have to give you the nook and cranny of how the science works. If you believe it's going to work, that's all I need you to do. So I got to tell you a story because a story activates the right brain of pictures. versus me giving you literal data and spreadsheets of calculations of the goddamn moon and the sun and all that shit. That shit'll go over your head. But if I tell you to be on the equinox and you are the moon and I'm the motherfucking sun and I'm gonna put on gold and you're gonna put on silver and you're gonna meet me on a motherfucking mound when the full moon come up and the sun is setting and we gonna fuck, god damn it, that's easy. You understand what I'm saying? It's just easy. You understand? And so to tell a story, it is what it is. You're gonna grasp that easier. You feel me? And so we just got to know what that is. You know what I mean? You have to know what that is, and it's not hard. And the key to this thing is this too. I'm gonna tell you, because you don't have to learn how to calculate per se. You got to learn how to be in tune with your higher self. I believe everybody is told, "Hey, make this move, do this, do X, Y, Z." I think it's maybe strenuous, right? And we may punk out and chicken out from it, but you know what that internal GPS is guiding you to do. And it may hurt, especially when you get to a point and you realize that you can't take everybody with you. That may be a hurt piece, kicking and motherfucking screaming. You know what I mean? I tell you, I say it all the time. Oprah used to ask people all the time, who did you have to leave behind? Who? Tell me. Somebody got left, right? She say it all the time, man. All the damn time. So, but if you can just live in with your higher self and be on that rhythm then you're gonna find yourself always being in sync without you necessarily doing the measurement. When you go back and look, you're like, oh shit, oh that's why I did. Okay, cool. But you just have to be conscious of what you're doing. As long as you're putting your best foot forward, that's the key. That's the key. Because I always say it like this. Listen, I'm not here to judge the negative aspect of Mars. It's a natural phenomenon. This place got volcanoes. This is a place where natural disaster kill kids. Like, take that up with God. I want the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, right? But raise your hand if you want to have that experience. And we're not going to raise our hand. And since we supposed to be, that's against our will because we don't raise our hand and say, I want to go through, this horrible experience, then we shouldn't have that experience because it's against our will. Mars is the perfect marker to test your resolve when you're dealing with anger and frustrations. The perfect one. Test you every single time like clockwork. But you got to be real careful and you got to let it out. Like I tell people who get personal reports from me, my job is to make sure that you safe. Listen, I realize that I got somebody that's close to me, inside of the family, and got their motherfucking wig split, literally, couple, not too long ago. And I didn't want to look, but because I already know. I already know. And sure enough, Mars conjunct Mercury. When the planet Mars got in the same spot where Mercury was, he's sitting in the car with his homie smoking. Nigga come up and start dumping. Right? I realized that, and hear me closely. See, I'm serious about this shit. For real, for real. We got information that'll save your motherfucking life. Seriously. And that hit so close that I had to get out my hiatus and get out of the other shit that I'm doing and say, okay, let me come and share with somebody. Because maybe this is, for somebody that may end up getting with me and whatever it may be, to help you. Seriously. This shit will save your motherfucking life. Because if you don't know, I am telling you, depending on the shit that you own, oh, you in the hood? Oh, yeah, you got a pistol in the car too? Oh, yeah, yo, the scenery is set up perfect. Oh, you got the dope? Oh, okay. Y'all was talking about beating down some motherfucking niggas not too long ago too? Oh, okay. This timeline right here. Watch your shit. It's just really that simple. Watch your shit, because the likelihood of the shit manifesting themselves itself, that's when it happens. And it fucked me up, man. It fucked me up. Because when you know this shit, for me, I gotta be able to check the box that I've done my best to relay information. What you do with it is your business. But the burden ain't on me at that particular point. Because see, when you get to a certain state of consciousness, you start to take on responsibility of certain shit. Maybe that's my ego saying that, but it can't be my ego, because all I'm simply saying is, could I check the box and say, hey, I fuck with this, I can help you with this, you know I fuck with this, come fuck with me. If I can't check that box, then I will feel like, well, goddamn, why didn't I say something? You wouldn't have been in that position. Don't you know all it takes is one interference to change the whole fucking reality of everything? Because had you went back in the house, or you got on the line with me and we did that session, you just missed that accident that was outside. That's why I don't be tripping when shit starts to go funny and off schedule. That's when you don't trip. This is where you gotta fall back and say, okay, God, what's up? Because now this is what we call the quantum's way of motherfucking putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And that shit actually becomes fun. So I give you an example, right? So I just take my truck to the shop because the weather stripping was coming off and shit, right? So I take it to the shop and then took it in like at 3 something in the evening. And then they text me in the evening and was like, hey, your truck is ready. Come pick it up in the morning at 8 o'clock. All right, cool. So I go pick it up at 8 o'clock and shit. They covering it for free because I just got the truck, right? And so they went ahead and replaced the weather stripping. I go outside though and I look, and the weather stripping is not inside of the rail. So I go back in. I said, man, I can't take that. It's actually worse than when I gave it to you. And I showed them a picture of it. Actually, a video, took a video of it. They're like, oh shit, what the hell happened? So the adhesive didn't stick to it. So they took it back in. So I sat there for 5 hours, but I was chilling, charging my phone, and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. And so the guy came, he's like, man, he kept thanking me for my pay, man. You just been extremely patient, man. Thank you, man. In fact, your next 3 oil changes and tire rotation is on me, man. And he got approved from the sales department. So that value, I forget what he said, but I was basically getting paid per hour to sit there because I'm not tripping and, oh man, it's fucked up. I'm tired of these motherfuckers and throwing my energy off. There's a blessing that's on the way when those kind of things happen. I'm telling you, this is where you get to see the correspondence of what's happening, what's trying to manifest in your reality, or just maybe a quick little gift or something, or you're gonna see something. So don't trip when it looks like your day is being interfered with or being prolonged of some sort. Don't trip. All right, pay attention. Okay. All right, so let's move to some quick Q&A, man. What y'all got for me? We wrap this thing up, man. I appreciate y'all, I really do. You know what I'm saying? Again, my brother, the Prime Minister, he coming on. Hey, Jew, if you in here, man, you can hit that link on which one, just on in and come through, man. OG Bruce Lee, what up? What's going on, man? You know what I mean? So yeah, just chill, man. Be easy. You know what I'm saying? Be easy. Oh, so yeah, let me address this astro shit, right? So I hear it, man. Hey man, listen, boy, and you know who you is, all right? You know who you are. So you ain't said no names. I ain't gonna say no names. But let me say it like this, man, because there's some talk now about they want to push everybody a sign back. You feel me? What up, man?
Because there's some talk now about they want to push everybody
Oh, I
aside.
mean, I got my thing on mute. Let me get out of YouTube because I would have had some echoes. All right, say something, bro.
What up, bro?
All right, what's happening? Okay. And so yeah, man. So anyway, these cats is talking this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Um, that in essence, it's like saying Jew ain't a Gemini. And I even go a little hint, nigga. That's like saying you ain't a Gemini, nigga, and you saying you a Taurus. And you know, good and goddamn well, you ain't a Taurus. But if you was a Taurus, why ain't you telling people you the second polarity? You did? Why ain't you saying you the second polarity? Why are you still rocking with you the third polarity? But according to your system, if you look at the heavens, you're gonna go back and sign. Now, here's a kicker. I'm gonna show you two things on why you can't believe that and how you know that's a farce. And it's really simple. It's real simple. One is the moon. Every day the moon is full. The moon don't physically change shapes and sizes. That's not what's happening. But since it's at a certain angle and it's reflecting light from the sun, we can say, oh, it looks full when it's opposite the sun. Or it looks like a half a moon when it's a quarter away from the sun and set. Like, all right, cool. But is the physical moon changing shapes and sizes? No, it's not. So can you believe what you see with the naked eye? No, you can't. Another one, the sun don't rise nor does it set. The sun ain't doing that. In fact, if the earth is spinning in a circle, around a circle, but yet we don't feel nothing moving. East is still east, west is still west, ain't nothing moving, but it gives the illusion like the planets outside is rising and setting. Can we believe what we see with the naked eye? No, you cannot. See, the problem, it ain't really a problem when you understand the systems of these two systems, Western versus Eastern, okay? Like I showed y'all, we can go up, we look at young Dolph chart and look like the energy was in Scorpio, but if we look in the sky, it look like it was in Libra. The argument is what sign is in. Fuck the sign. The planet is the ball of energy anyway that's gonna manifest itself. Mars is Mars, that pistol coming, period. When you got Mars, ain't gonna give a fuck if it's Scorpio, don't give a fuck if it's Libra, the pistol coming, right? And so what happens is the planet on planet produces the phenomenon, and that correspondence is the same, irregardless to you saying it's in Libra and me saying it's in Scorpio. It's the same outcome. So we can move on. We can really move the conversation because it's the same thing. So how are they both right? They're both right because it's the planetary aspect. There ain't no argument about the house or the region of space that the planet is in. The sun is in the western portion of the sky. The sun in the western portion of the sky, we call that the seventh house. Ain't no argument there. Ain't no argument that the sun is opposite the moon and today is the full moon. Ain't no argument there. The argument is what sign does it appear to be in front of? And I'm telling you, you ain't even got to deal with the sign when you deal with the science and start dealing with the planetary balls of action because that's where the action is at. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference between the two. Now, anybody want to have this conversation, we can have this conversation. And here's the thing. My work is solidified with this. Like, listen, I'm the one that's gonna show you on more than one occasion and have showed you. I say a plane gonna crash today. They say that's 1 out of the 11 million chance of that shit happening. And I can show you on more than one occasion where that happened. Show me your predictions and show me your work. So, because if we go pulling out receipts, there's some cats that got some predictions that never came about, man.
Listen,
and
man.
I ain't gonna even want to do you like that.
Listen,
you know I love you, so I ain't gonna even want to do you that way. There's some shit that ain't never ever came true.
Listen,
that don't happen over here when I do this thing.
Can you hear me?
It is what I say it is. Because I hold the motherfucking crown when it comes to this shit. And I ain't trying to be motherfucking egotistical with nothing. It just is what it is. Niggas talking about this ain't the Aquarian age. Shut the fuck up, nigga. It's called Bitcoin, nigga. What are you talking about? This ain't the age of Aquarius. It's Bitcoin. Uranus ain't in Taurus. It's called cryptocurrencies and NFTs. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Facts.
You ain't talking about shit. That's that intellectual jargon that's full of shit.
Which, can you hear me, Noble?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And listen, that's why I always say this. Results and performance.
That's it.
Over rhetoric. I'll say it again. Results and performance over rhetoric. Y'all have to really, really get that through your brains. Because, see, this is what's trapped a lot of people in these circles of consciousness over the last decade and longer.
Mm-hmm.
People have just been talking, and some people are intelligent, right? And some, I never forget, Bill Walton said something a while ago. Commentator used to play basketball, legendary, one of the greats. Bill Walton said something like this: never mistake activity for production. Never mistake activity for production. So somebody could be running around, talking all kind of stuff, but when you look back and you say, okay, well, what did that tree bear? What fruit did that tree bear? It's not enough, especially if you guys are familiar with our conversation piece. It's not enough just to say, oh, that's deep. Or, oh, that person's you're so intelligent. Right? That's not enough, man. That it'll keep people engaged, it'll woo certain people, but real people who know how to actually look at the data, the receipts, it's not even close.
Yeah, seriously, not even
it's
close.
Not even close.
It's not close.
It's not even a race to be had.
No, listen. I tell you all the time, our conversation really needs to be held with NASA and Elon Musk.
Yes.
This is the kind of information that we have. Now, I'll pull up the PowerPoints and start showing you when I said XYZ was going to happen and this shit happens. Like clockwork. Like, this is some serious stuff. So this ain't even for the play. You know what I mean? Play niggas with all that rhetoric.
Because how can you say this science called astrology is not real? Listen, man, Anpu retired, basically. We talking back in 2017, 2016. We were putting out dates. Do y'all understand that? When planes would crash.
Yeah.
When tsunamis would happen.
Mm-hmm. Big earthquakes would happen.
When very famous figures would die.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that? Using the science of astrology.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And nobody that I've seen, maybe it may be somebody, but I haven't seen it, has went on the record, put that information out prior to, in some cases, a month in advance, 2 months in advance, and then in the pocket of space where we say it's going to happen, it happens. Now, what'll really freak y'all out if y'all really understood the connection between the body, and space itself, is somebody who a lot of y'all are really pissed off at, who clogged the drain up.
That nigga was y'all savior.
And y'all don't even know it. Everybody mad. Oh my God. I really want to give it away, but I ain't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Clogged the entire drain up.
Yeah.
Where the algorithm got completely thrown off.
That's right. He saved the world.
Literally. Literally.
Mm.
You know what I'm I'm saying?
Real,
It's so noble. You know how it be, man. It be hard to have these conversations because, you know, people only know what they know. They only know what they know. So you can't, I never forget, like, the two witnesses. And yes, we're crazy enough to not believe, but to know.
Yeah, for real.
That we the two witnesses. And see, I made this post the other day. Y'all think you've been seeing all these things over the years from us, testimonial after testimonial? Man, listen, I want y'all to understand one thing. If we feel like this thing is going way, way overboard, it's gonna be a problem down here.
Yeah. In Houston, you have a problem.
A big problem. And see, here's the thing, though. This is sometimes why I be reluctant to go in this vein, even though I know the timing is like present. I know what the passage say in there, DeBeer. The people gonna turn on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people.
Hey man, you know what I always say.
People gonna turn.
Name.
Because they're not gonna be able to take the heat. Yeah. And so it's gonna be like, it's them two right there.
Yeah. And listen, there was a woman that told me and Jew that she will no longer follow us because she is scared that me and him will literally create what movies called the apocalypse. She saw us having that ability and was like, I can't fuck with y'all.
Some people,
seriously,
we showed some of these things.
Seriously. That's some serious stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
we ain't spoke to her how long, DeBeer? That probably what?
Oh man,
5-6 years.
Man, longer than that. Way longer than that. Yeah, man.
At least 6.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time, bro.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Long time.
But man, it is. But yeah, I might do something tomorrow. I got a little flyer maybe. I might jump on it tomorrow and cover the resurrection, the real deal. What's the real deal behind the resurrection, man? And really getting down to the root of it, because everybody say, the line is, he's alive, he has risen. Right? And then because they said they went in, what happened? DeBeer, I think it was Martha and Mary who went. The two ladies went, and the stone was removed, and they looked in there, and the Christ was gone.
Yeah.
What are they talking about though?
Yeah.
Huh? Y'all know it ain't literal.
All right.
What are they talking about? They told you that they buried the Christ in Golgotha.
Right.
Which is the cranium, which is the soul. It's the skull.
Yeah.
Something's buried in the place of the skull, man. Right? And then Noble was talking about, what's the title of the show tonight, DeBeer? The Cosmic Easter. What is it?
I don't know my crazy ass. Cosmic Easter.
The pussy head. Right?
Right.
But see, in the brain, you got this little cavity connected to that hippocampus that I'm always talking about, called a fornix. But a fornix is a cave, vault, right? But I bet you didn't know this, and this is why I mentioned the title of the show. You got a fornix. The women do.
That's right.
Have a fornix in 2 places. In her private parts and in her skull.
Fornix.
That's right. That's right. So when the Christ tells them you have to be born from above, when he's telling Nicodemus this, he's really forecasting the enactment of the stone being rolled away and him rising. It's literally what's going on inside of your brain. I remember we did this years ago called programming your inner and outer space. We took turns back and forth
Right.
on those two subject matters. And I showed different cultures where people go through this aha or enlightened moment where, and sometimes it comes through some severe bodily disciplines where these people basically wouldn't eat for weeks, right? Or just have a real deep reverence for a particular deity in their culture. But when they study these people's brains, you start to see some different activity where an electrical current, like Noble spoke about tonight, an electrical current erupts in the hippocampus, right? And something comes out of the fornix, or something comes out of the cave, or something comes out of the vault. And that something is electrical juice that moves to different portions of the brain. So it's a whole phenomenon. The resurrection is within you. That's basically what I'm getting at.
Right. Yep. That's why the Hindu boys call it the cave of Brahman, which is the third ventricle in your brain, third cavity.
And y'all have probably heard this before, but if I do it tomorrow, I'm gonna put another spin on it, and so y'all can walk away with something that y'all can actually use. Because it ain't, and to me, if you can't use it, what you talking about it for? You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyways, man, it was a great presentation tonight. You know what I mean? Great. Appreciate everybody for coming through, kicking it with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, Noble, man, I just wanted to chime in real quick.
Man, that's what it is, man. I'm about to get out of here.
Oh, listen, here's one plug, one shameless plug. Listen, having a webinar on the May 1st, called Your Vision and Purpose Webinar 2.0, where we're going to talk about living from your purpose, right? Activating your vision, because that's important, man. Like a lot of people are shooting aimlessly. Sometimes you may try some stuff, you're trying to figure out why it's not working for you like it works for other people. Right. And you might have just got into it or doing it because, that looks like that'd be beneficial because it's beneficial for other people. And then you get there, you're like, man, I can't seem to make any traction. A lot of times because you're moving from a place where it's not really who you are.
Right.
It has to be who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna talk about how obstacles get in the way, right? Just different things, man, that we're gonna cover in that particular class to just help you get further along your journey, wherever you may be at in life at this particular time. Yeah. So
when is that?
That's gonna be May 1st. That's a Sunday, May 1st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can visit the website, theimaginationguru.com. Go to the shops tab and scroll down to webinars. You'll be able to make your purchase there, or you can follow me on Instagram at The Imagination Guru, and the link will be in my link tree in the bio.
Yeah. That's funny because on the 30th, which is a Saturday, in the Wealth Club, Family Wealth Club, we taking a page out of Steve Harvey's book, and we doing the vision of God, and we're gonna deal with touching that garment. And he got an exercise that he did that was pretty motherfucking dope. And like you said, it got to be about you. And so we got, without me giving too much away, we just got a long list of things that you got to do so you can work on you and get it all out and make that shit become a reality. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, I can show y'all, man, I've been falling back like a mug, man, for real. And there's if y'all remember, where is that? Let me see something real fast. I should have put that on my computer. Where videos at? Let me see. All right, well, let me. Y'all might see it. Wait a minute. Hold
Hey,
on.
what it do, everybody? Man, y'all see that address behind me right now? I don't even do this no more, man. I just be minding my
I
business.
see the video. It
and
say
whatnot. So I just came to pick up the
3033,
check,
right?
And so
I can
a
see
little
it.
small piece of it, right? It's only a quick little. Probably can see it under my finger. It's only a quick, small little $3,000 check, right? But notice the address behind me is 3030.
So it was a quick little $3,000 check, right? But this is from seeds that was planted like about 2 years ago. And the last thing that I did as a product was the 333 subconscious money continuum. And y'all remember that? That's when you had to send in your own voice clip and train your own subconscious mind. And we would make it for 33 minutes and 33 seconds. Right. And so mine was, I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from real estate on a continuous basis. And so I was training myself to hear myself so I can easily access my own subconscious mind to accept that reality. So that check happened to pop up in the amount in the address 3033 3000. You understand what I'm saying? Happened to manifest itself directly to the T. And that seeds that was planted 2 years ago, and I ain't even on the gas on that sand no more because I didn't move on, got a short attention span. I got ADD like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And when that shit came, I was just laughing like, damn, this shit is funny. And so the key to this thing, man, is, man, listen.
Hold on. Hey, no.
Mm-hmm.
If it be long wait.
That's right.
It is sure.
That's right. No matter how long it tarry, you know. So listen, that's why we about to jump onto the Steve Harvey vault in this little thing and touch that garment and whatnot. See, man, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't hard, man. This thing ain't really hard to figure out. It's fuck with somebody who you fuck with. And then that energy, like if you fuck with Jew, then you would see like, oh shit, certain shit is start to happen. You fuck with whoever, Grant Cardone, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna start to see results because it's in your alignment, you know what I'm saying? And so really fuck with who you fuck with, you know what I mean? And just dedicate yourself to the motherfucking shit. And it don't matter when it come, don't get discouraged and stay on the motherfucking path. So there's some shit that I got on the vision board, you know, that upped it. I can show you where every day I was going up to the Dodge lot on my way to the wherever I'm leaving the house or coming back to the house, I go up to the Dodge joint. Right? You seen it, Jude. I was sending you pictures of a Dodge Ram. First, I sent you the white boy, the white sport.
Hey, the white boy was cold.
Hey, that boy was cold. And then I sent you the blue one, the Nipsey Hussle Crip blue joint. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I see both of them. I go, I get out, I touch them, whatever, do the thing, whatever. So finally, I just got tired of fucking around because my truck was getting on my nerve and shit. And walked in that bad boy, put zero down on that thing, and came out of that thing with no money out my pocket. And my tenant, who I just got in the house, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna pay my truck note.
Now, look at this here. Now look at this here. Look at the alignment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now was the truck giving you problems? Or was you giving the truck problems?
Right. It appears that it was giving me problems.
Yeah.
But I was taking that truck up to the lot, rolling around, driving around, looking at other trucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the tenant that comes right in this pocket.
Right in that pocket, man.
That meets the fulfilling requirements for all of the monetary things to still be flowing and moving in order. See, this thing has a way of the parts be moving, man.
Right.
They be moving. You know what Jigga say? I forgot the line from Jay, but you know, things be getting moved around, man. You know what I mean? To match what it is that you're projecting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you, like Jay Electronica said, in hindsight, the signs be glaring back.
Yeah.
It becomes obvious. Then you're like, damn. But while you in it, and see that's what they mean in that one passage in scripture where it says that God moved by and he hid in the cleft of the rock. And all you could see was his backside. And he never showed his face. But see, when you study the quantum mechanic, they tell you what? You know how long it took for them to be able to even see what an electron is doing?
Mm-hmm.
right? So those properties at that level they're operating from a place of secrecy.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they're the building blocks for everything that we do see. So as the Spirit of God moved by, as he was positioned in the cleft of this rock, and all you could see was his back, what are they trying to tell you? As the process is moving, as the motion, or as you know, because remember, in the beginning of the Genesis story, what was the first thing? It was before all those things happened. It was in the Spirit of God moved.
That's right.
Moved.
Right.
Motion. So as this thing is, and that's why they call them motion pictures. As this thing is moving, you're not able to see every nook and cranny of how it's going to fit here and fit there. But boy, by the time that thing materializes and gets solid, it becomes just blatantly obvious then.
Yeah.
But the mysterious part is already passed. So me and Noble be having these conversations all the time. Like, man, we're more interested in that part.
Yeah.
The manifestations are great, but the mind is trying to fathom the intelligence. We're all inspired by, God damn, like, yeah, you go ahead, baby. Right? We're all inspired by, the unseen aspect or the unknown aspect that's moving through it all.
Yeah.
While you're in it, man. It's amazing.
It's dope. Super dope, man. Washita Wellness Center, we appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Get with us, man. Go to The Imagination Guru. My sites are being redone. If you need me, man, you can call me. You know what I'm saying? We can probably do something. Call me, email me, if that be the case. I like it this way, where I'm not really accessible. You know what I'm saying? You can call me, but I'm not really got nothing out there. I'm working privately still. But yeah, man, I ended with this, man. What if the things that you don't have, what if we don't have it because we didn't ask for it? And again, we're taking the page out of Harvey's book, out the Bible, that's you have not because you ask not. What if it's really that simple? The only thing you have to do is just sincerely ask. Just sincerely ask for it. And along with asking, just be on your little path, doing what you're doing, taking a step towards it, and it comes to you and whatnot. So again, the 31st, we're about to get busy because it's about to be an eclipse that's coming up the last day of the month. So we're working privately and doing some meditation work and whatnot. When the sites get back up, when that particular site get back up to the public, I'll let y'all know. But right now, it's just closed off in-house and whatnot. But that's it for me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You can close us up out of here, Drew.
Hey, how we was taught it, what Noble just said is, a closed mouth don't get fed.
Yeah. That's what it is.
So yeah, man. Imagination Guru Ministries.
Yeah.
We building the church.
Certified nonprofit on every level of tax, federal tax, state tax, certified nonprofit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So you can make your donations. You can write them off if y'all want to support this work.
Yeah.
Y'all know this is what we do. We've been in this vein for over 10 years, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate the time, Noble. Appreciate you letting me come on in at the end here, man.
No doubt, man. No doubt. All right, y'all. We get with y'all.
Peace.